Hello everyone, welcome to another J&D review, and today we'll be reviewing the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Edward Kenway figure from PlayArts. After several delays, we finally got this figure in our hands, and now, as we promised, we're checking this figure out. So, first things first, as always, you have the box. It's a fairly standard box, although Ezio's was a bit of a it was just a standard player's box. This one actually has a door. Pretty neat. You see the prototype images of Edward. And the good news is it looks a lot like that. So it's pretty cool. You have the standard PlayArts base, which, as always, I recommend if you want them to stand long term, unless you have a custom base of your own. And you have to build these, of course. So, let's get to the figure. Edward himself is pretty neat. There's gonna be some light on him. Nice details, and he actually doesn't have that shiny quality that a lot of players' figures have. So I think that's a very nice thing. He looks like the prototype. Has a few paint mishaps. See there, right there. Not sure where those came from, but looks like. All those delays didn't really fix these issues now, did they? Thankfully, at least on this one, we haven't had any other paint issues on the figure. So other than that, it's painted beautifully. And it looks like a lot like the prototype, like I said, and he has the holsters for the flintlocks, as well as holsters for the swords. Very important, of course. So, other than that, you get two portraits. Basically the hood on and the hood off. And I'll show you more of that when we get to the accessories. You can't really see the face right now, but he looks pretty cool in the hood. With the hood on, he looks like a lot like Edward Kenway. So that's pretty neat. Stand him back up for a second, if he will stand for me. Let's get to accessories, and there's a lot to talk about here. So he has floor flintlocks. They're all nicely detailed. And of course they go in the holsters, and don't worry, we'll outfit him later. I'm not going to show you the other four because I mean they're just the same guns. But basically you get 6 pairs of hands. You get 2 fist hands. You get a hand for gripping the swords. You get a hand for, or 2 hands for gripping the flintlock. And then you have the standard open hands that he comes with. He also has the hidden blade. This is the extended one. I don't know, I doubt it'll capture it, but it has a very nice detail in the hilt, or I should say the end. And again, I'll show you how these go in. And then he has the retracted versions, of course. Yeah, there you go. See a nice detail. He has 2 swords. He has one with a fancier hilt and a very well painted blade. And then he has a standard sword. They're both very nice. And they fit in his hands. Basically what they did is he has a lot of soft goods. So basically his hands, like the open hands, are soft or plastic. So you won't have too much of an issue getting the swords in the hand, the flintlocks in the hand. And same thing with the hood, it's soft goods. You get the hairpiece. That's soft goods as well, it's pliable plastic. I mean, it's a hard plastic, but it's got some pliability to it. So you can pose that around. And then you get this piece as well. So, I mean, overall, it comes with a lot of accessories. But, of course, they're must. A lot of the accessories he had in the game, you know, primarily. He has to come with these. So, I'm glad PlayArts included it where McFarlane did not. The figure lacked a lot of detail, and the accessories were one of the main issues. So, let's, where do I want to go? We'll swap out the face, because I know you want to see the face. Pop off the head, it's on a standard ball joint. And basically, this is the way you take it out. And I assume this is the reason for the delay. Basically, you pull the face out like so. See that peg there? It goes into the hole in his hood. Then you can take the hairpiece, and you can slide his face into the hairpiece. It takes a little work, but you can get it in there. Again, it's soft goods, so it's not too bad. But before we put that on, we'll put the hood on. This piece. So basically, there's a hole on the back. And, let's see, actually it's right there. And, it's a bit tricky, but it's not too bad. And you have it, the hood off look. And then you just take the head, and thankfully this is easier than a snake, and you just pop it on. Let's see. And there you have it. And just that easy. Edward Kenway, unhooded. And do you think it looks like Edward Kenway? I'm not so sure, but I mean, they definitely put a lot of care into trying to get the details of his face right, because comparing it to still shots, it's pretty close, but the essence is off. You know, sometimes you can have all the details, but something doesn't feel right. I think this is one of those cases where everything is there, but still, you look at it, and it just doesn't feel Edward Kenway. And while the McFarlane version was significantly worse detail-wise, it felt a little more Edward Kenway. It's very strange. But, I mean, in general, obviously this one blows that one away, and it better for $100. But anyway, you see the cool skull detail as well. So no detail was spared. Let's see, what else can I do with this guy? I try to take the longest flintlock and stick it in first. You gotta kind of stick it in kind of an angle. There you go. Take one of the shorter flintlocks. I don't think it matters really. Let's see. Stick that in a slight angle. Yeah, that's facing right. And let's see, what else can I do? We'll put a sword in a holster. Like, let's see. So, and there you have that. I'm trying to think. Oh, you also have holsters in the back. So there's two other flintlocks. If you don't want to hold any, you could just put them in the back, like so. So you can hold you can put the flintlocks in the holsters. That's a pretty cool idea from PlayArts. I'm not sure. I don't remember if he actually had that in the game, but at least he has it on the figure, so you can store all his accessories on him. And then let's not forget about the hidden blades. Basically, you have that hole there. We'll take the retracted ones. I don't know. The extended ones don't feel right on him, mainly because he's not an assassin. But in any case, you just take these. I'm sorry, there's this little like thing protruding, and it goes into this little indentation. It takes a little work to actually get it in there. Matter of fact, let me do this off camera. You just kind of stick it in there. There you go. That's the hidden blade, and obviously he has one for the other hand as well. So we'll take the other one, stick it in. There you go. So with the shortened hidden blades. And in general, well, the hell with it, we'll stick the other sword in too, why not? Make them look as badass as we can. So there you go, both swords in. Flintlocks. And we'll keep them unhooded, because, you know, all the prototype pictures had him hooded. So this is the first time we actually see him unhooded, and that's kind of important. So you get a good idea what he looks like. I mean, overall, it's not bad. Not bad at all. So let's talk about the articulation. And this is something I do have to mention. This ponytail kind of blocks the head. If you actually had the hood on, you'd have full range of articulation. Because basically what they did, they took the NECA route. The hood, you know, is separated from the rest of the body, so you could turn his head with full motion without the hood getting in the way. Ezio, on the other hand, remember Ezio? He couldn't turn his head much at all. This is a big improvement over Ezio. Actually, it's a massive improvement over Ezio. You get a lot more posability out of it. He doesn't have... Oh, actually, it does have butterfly joints. There you go. His arms go up and down, in and out. You bend at the elbow. You can rotate at the elbow. You have well, you actually do have ball pegs in the hands, but they're blocked by this little cuff here. Not a big deal, but you have articulation. Goes up and down. Doesn't seem to swivel very far. Waist articulation. Standard play arts legs, and this is soft good, so you know it moves out of the way. Goes up and down, in and out. You can bend at the knee at 2 points. Actually, that's not a bad looking knee for play arts. And then the ankles go up and down, and they turn left and right, and they pivot. Although it's kind of strange the way they pivot, but they do pivot. And you will need this for stability. I know it's a very strange way to do it, but whatever, it works. So, anything else I need to talk about with this guy? Let's get him just standing there. He's a bit of a pain to stand because of you know, play art stability issues. You have to kind of play around with him, but he will stand. Now, how long? That's a good question. But for the time being, for this review, he's standing. So, in any case, I think that's all I have to say about this figure. It's been a long wait, but I'm pretty happy with the results. Came out a lot like the prototype. He has a lot of fun accessories. He looks great overall. And I can recommend him. If you've been waiting, I don't think you'll be disappointed with this release, or Connor, which we will be reviewing as well. He came out great. I actually think he came out a little bit better than Edward. So look forward to that review as well. Let's see. One last look at the figure, just so you can admire all the detail on him. So, that'll be about it. Please don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the review. So, this is the J&D Reviews. This is the D. See you later.